Ladies and gentlemen, hi, my name is Sarah, and hello from ETHPrague 2024. This fine young gentleman told me to introduce him as Daniel, the polka dot ecosystem agent.
Yes.
Nice, I got it right on the second go. So, Daniel, beyond being a polka dot ecosystem agent, what do you do?
I am a lawyer actually, working here from Prague, working for the Digital and Information Agency and trying to digitize the government to get it closer to maybe someday using blockchain.
Nice, yeah, how's that coming along?
Not easy, definitely not easy, but I kind of feel like the tides are shifting after all of the 2022 and the drama FTX and around it. And it's, yeah, not easy, but I think it's worth doing.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, yeah, I had to unfortunately file my taxes earlier this month, and it's always like the pain point of my year. But I have a friend in Estonia, and he was saying how they use blockchain for medical records, for example, in the healthcare system. Well, is Czech Republic experimenting at all with blockchain, or like where do you see the best potential use case?
Not really right now, because we, as I was saying, we are trying to digitize first.
Yeah.
Because then in the end, it's just a political decision if you want to have a centralized or a decentralized database in the back. But for me, I think the key is interoperability and kind of a way of connecting either the different authorities or the states between each other, verifiable credentials, track and trace, supply chains, and trusted data exchange are like the key pillars, I would say, for blockchain. Yeah.
Yeah, I love these kind of like more like social, political implementations of blockchain, because suddenly like you see the impact on society and on the average person. Also, transparency isn't necessarily something that Czech politicians might want, but good luck with that.
It is like talking with people here. The cyberpunk, I love it. I love it. But I'm trying to go the opposite way. But yeah, not too many fans here, but I understand it because we love our freedom and our privacy. So it's kind of a touchy subject, but I think it's worth it. If we do it proactively, then we can actually make it right, hopefully, and connect these two worlds together to bring the efficiency and transparency which blockchain provides into also our institutions, because it's important.
Absolutely, it's almost like an anthropological question of there was a fantastic fireside chat yesterday between Gavin and Vitalik. They were talking about the different like forms of governance on blockchain as well. There was a beautiful question whether conflict is the basis of society. I was like, no, there can be other things. So that was great. So what is the as in Czech we say Oslí můstek, the old donkey bridge between your work and you being the Polkadot ecosystem agent? So like what do you do in Polkadot itself?
I am just love the Polkadot ecosystem, the technology, and I would say, because I'm a lawyer, my most dear thing is the decentralized governance, which I feel like is Polkadot really known for. It's the OpenGov, which is pushing the boundaries of what we can use blockchain technology when it comes to decentralized governance and how to use it. It's not perfect. We are learning. It's not even a year. It was last year in June where it was introduced. But you can see that one step at a time, we are improving it, learning from our mistakes and like pushing it forward, which I think is awesome.
I love that iterative kind of trial and error approach as well. I got to say, like in human history, you had a lot of different social structures. You had like thalassocracies. Now you've got, you know, the very modern like network state. There's a lot of new models kind of emerging. What do you think? And I know it's difficult to kind of like tell the future. It'd be great if we could. But what do you think that the effect of this type of decentralized governance tools like the Polkadot ecosystem will have on our society, on the structure of the nation state, on the structure of the state as we know it? What do you think are the changes going to be?
Well, there's a lot.
Easy question, right?
But I would say, to sum it down, what I feel like we could learn the most is liquid democracy, which, if you look around the world, the one big problem is the general elections, and because they are only once every 4 years, and those are the points most revolutions and most revolts against the governments are happening. But we on OpenGov, on Polkadot, you can delegate, which means you kind of find your representatives, but you can choose what representative you want to focus on what. If they focus on something and they are good at it, like consensus layer, then you delegate to them, and you delegate to someone else when it comes to funding. And also you can change the delegation 24/7, which means there is no election at all, and it's fluid. So if we would be able to implement something like this, I think that would be very helpful to kind of provide the people with feeling more involved in the politics. Because if you vote once and then you cannot do anything, that kind of sucks and you kind of are lost.
I love that because, like, again, from an evolutionary perspective, the only thing that actually works is constant evolution and iteration, and not just like waiting and waiting and waiting for the status quo to change. One last kind of like a bit of a lighter question, because I would love to have this, and we're going to have a beer together to discuss this more.
Definitely.
But how are you loving it? And also, crucially, will we see you next year?
Yeah, it's amazing. Even though I'm a local here from Prague, it's my first time. And it has been an amazing experience, and I believe it will be, and I'm definitely coming back next year.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Daniel, the poker system, Polkadot ecosystem agent. Thank you.
Thank
and
you.
see you in another iteration of ETHPrague. Thanks. Bye.